and welcome to The Wandering Barman, a deep dive where I kind of get a little geeky about the cocktails. We go into the why, the how, what we're using, why we're using it, how much do we use of it. So this is ideal for cocktail enthusiasts or people that just want to make a cocktail at home with me. Today I'm showing you the Mezcal Negroni. That's right, it's a thing. Mental. To start us off, this is what we need. I hear you. I can hear you. What is the difference between tequila and mezcal? They're from the same country. Well, tequila is usually has to come from the region of tequila, and it's made from the agave plant, mashed up, distilled, and bottled. Mezcal is a little bit different. It comes from a wider range of Mexico, but mostly from a region called Oaxaca. Essentially, the difference is that it doesn't use the agave leaves. It rips the heart out of the agave plant, which weighs about 40 kilos, and it's thrown in a hole like some heartbroken blues singer. And then it's set on fire. And it's usually surrounded by wood and soil, and it's in the earth, so it's peaty, and that's where the distinct flavour comes from. That's why mezcal has this smoky, peaty flavour. We're going to put 40 mils of our smoky mezcal in, okay? Because usually when I make whatever my base spirit is, like the gin or the whiskey or the mezcal, I like to go a little bit extra. Just ever so slightly a little bit extra. Kind of just gives it an extra bit of a punch, you know. Next on the list is our French sweet vermouth. We're all familiar with this when it comes to Negronis. This is always a good thing to have at home. We're going with 30 mils of this, by the way, because there's different kinds of vermouth that you can get. You can get dry, extra dry, sweet, and then rosé vermouth, which is also quite popular these days. And I've said this before, but vermouths are a very good bridging tool to use within cocktails when you're creating cocktails. Is there something missing? Is there something I've forgotten? You're tasting and you're like, there's something not quite right. Try a vermouth, right? Try a vermouth, because the chances are it will kind of bind everything together and kind of balance things out. Next on the list, of course, we're making an aperitivo. It has to be Italian. It's our infusion of fruits and herbs. It's also got this amazing sweet and bitterness to it that is, you know, the defining character of any aperitivo. So we need another 30 mils. And yeah, we're pretty much there. I mean, what I want to do is I want to add in some Angostura bitters. It's a great medicinal, botanical, beautiful bitter that comes from South America, actually, made from the bark of trees. It just kind of brings everything together. So 4 dashes of that. And you'll notice that this is super easy to make because you can just make it in the one glass and you can just give it a stir and then you're done. We need our ice. I mean, you know what it's about. You know what it's about. I don't even need to say it anymore. You know what it's about. So we're going with 1, we're going with 2, and then we're going with 3. Now our goal is to have 4 ice cubes in there by the end. But what we want to do, slowly stir this so that we can get the dilution right. For those of you that don't know, dilution is a huge part of cocktailing. Ice and water and dilution is essentially an ingredient that you have to pay attention to. So by using good ice, for example, you will slow the rate of dilution so that you can have a lot more control over how your cocktail is going to be, how it's going to taste, how it's going to look. It's so smoky, you know, it's just so present. So yeah, here we go. We're going in for the, I think we could even squeeze in another one, because that is exactly where you want your Negroni to be coming to. I mean, wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to, here's a little kind of, I'm going to sneak in a little one just on the side there, just to bring that the kind of the booze line up a little bit. And there we go. And for this, I don't need any orange zest or lemon twists or anything. I want that just to remain as it is. The Campari is coming through with that bitterness. The sweet vermouth is balancing everything out with a beautiful sweetness. And the Angostura is really bringing everything together. But the star player is the Mezcal. It's just lingering right here, kind of directly in between, like the tip of the tongue and the back of the mouth. It's playing around with the cheeks, and it's just absolutely wonderful. So if you're a fan of anything smoky or anything peaty, try a Mezcal Negroni, particularly before your meal, before your dinner. Exactly what an aperitivo is, right? The Italians have got it sorted. Drinking on an empty stomach before an awkward family meal. Yeah! So that is the Mezcal Negroni. I hope you enjoy it. Make it with me. Let me know how you get on. If you want to see other videos, there's plenty of links wherever you are in your peripherals. Click, let me know what's going on, and cheers and enjoy.
Excuse me, where can I get myself a drink?